Hello, hello. Alright, hello everybody, Hex15 here, and welcome back to Dark Souls. Dark Souls. There's some weird audio thing open. Right, no, it's just me standing in the fire in the angle. Alright. I'm trying to remember what I just did. Oh yeah, I was doing the DLC. Shouldn't be too hard. Tori's fight should be a hit or miss. I'm gonna be trying getting the Guardian set here. Yeah, that's what I do. I'll get my fave up to 40 still. I think I'm gonna make a mid switch out in mid force for heal, just so I have a healing item on me. Although I do have like 20. I went overkill. That's because the Artorias fight, the bonfire for the Artorias also connects with, I want to say it also connects to the Calamite area. I'm not entirely, don't call me on that though. There is an exploit to skip the whole area, but I don't know how to do level skips that well, so I tend to just focus on boss bugs and stuff. Supposedly you get an enemy, you're supposed to land on the enemy with fall control, and you're supposed to slide off and somehow land on the platform scot-free. Well, it's kind of around that concept. Guardians. They hit like a truck, but their armor looks really cool. Yeah. The armor is actually just a fresher look to the Kalami! How you doing, Drakey? She doesn't fight back. You can just walk through her. Oh boy. That's a Guardian. I might lower the volume of the atmosphere. Twinkles! Yeah. Okay. Think I'm safe to do this quickly. Alright. I've been meaning to do that for a while. Usually I just go for a bum rush, then kind of explore, but it's not that hard to get here once you know the roundabout to it. The hardest thing about this is not the treants. So, fuck. Forgot about that. It's because it's in a really weird spot, so you don't see it until you fall. Also, I just got this game about 3 days ago. It's okay game for a Star Wars game. I never have high hopes for Star Wars games. if you know the track record for Star Wars games, they either bomb or they just barely make it passable grade on it. Oh, you fell! You could get the pitchfork. Right now, I'm not gonna go and fight the Guardian dude. I could get his axe, but I'm not a strength build, I'm a quality build. Yeah, strength and dexterity are pretty much split right now, so I would say this is quality as far as much. I will try to fight what's his face? The final boss of the DLC, legit. But I might just give up and just cheese him. The cheese for that boss is you need to have a damage up, you need to have a longbow at least. When I did it, I used a longbow. Black Bow of Ferris would be the best option. Use a red teal stone ring and a flick. Oh, flick. Oh, okay. No lightning damage. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I think that's a Elizabeth mushroom over there. I want to say it's an Elizabeth mushroom. I need 4 more points in strength, and then I can use my favorite halberd. I tend to avoid halberds in all the games because I do not like they're really bad against one-on-ones. Because they're meant for wide swinging attacks, while that'd be useful in a crowd. Oh, they ran the Xanthos set. Well, a variant of the Xanthos, I think. It looks like the Xanthos set, at least. There's not really an easy way to just load the one big boy. I mean, the weapon looks cool, but it's a pain to collect, especially when they and this is why I vote. Although I think they drop twinkles too, so if you do have a, if you do know the weakness, which I think is magic. I don't know, I have always an easier time with magic builds. Even though I hate magic, so. But I think they take more damage with magic, because magic does more damage against, I think, heavy armor. At least. I think that's how it... Oh shoot, I still have a restory. Where's the wing of the crossbow? Oh yeah. I wonder if I can... Okay, you can parry these dudes. Didn't I know that? There's a chest in this spot. Anytime he does an overhead swing, just don't get close to him. Chances are he's gonna attempt to do it. Bad idea. Okay, confirmed. Twinkles do drop off these bruisers. It's not efficient. I would still say doing the clams after, at the entrance of Sieve's fight would be more efficient than trying to fight these guys. One, you have to also have to evade the treants. But other than that, I guess you could technically farm it. But it's very, very bad idea. Completely useless. Alright, let's go and retrieve our stuff and homeward out. Well, actually, we don't need to. But the Guardian set is actually really cool looking. Very heavy, but I think it kind of weighs the same as the stone set, which has, I think, high magic. At least I think it does because of it being a stone set. And the lore behind it is very magic focused. Okay, I'm gonna try something. I don't get it. That's just poor. We're lucky. Also, if I do stream Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I probably play it on the highest difficulty. Because from what I played so far, the game's kind of a yawn. I'm not trying to say the game is painfully easy or anything. There's still some points in the game where it's challenging. Oh no, the game ain't easy. Wait, do I? Okay, I want to see. Can I get away with this? No, I can't. Oh, much better damage. As I said, I don't do magic or faith only to the point where I can use enchanting. I think it's kind of a waste of my time to use magic. But one of the better spells in the second game, because of the low durability everything has, would definitely be Repel. And it saves you money on Repel powder. Unless you're using Santio Spear. Then cheesiness commences. If you don't know, the Santio Spear has 0 durability, and it used to be very overpowered, I think, with the mundane enchanting, but then it kind of... Oh, well, hello there. I mean, I'm getting twinkles out of this, so no biggie. Still, I don't get why he aggroes so quickly when I heal. My magic defense should theoretically take a fall, but because the Embrace set is kind of a balanced armor set, I don't know. I don't use heavy armor. I usually stick to light armor because they look cooler in my opinion. But I'm still gonna say that the I'm sorry, my brain's just really not working today. There we go. See, finally I did it. Guardian piece. I want to get the full Guardian set. Just grab it. Pitchfork is kind of good. Its heavy attack is replaced with a I guess a a charge forward, and if you don't hit anything, you do what that enemy did and trip over. But plus 15, it's not a good weapon, from what I've seen. I only use great lightning spears against very chunkier enemies. It's a waste of casts to just use it. Oh, did he just... Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna get hit. I did not know that they would put the offhand. They would look around with the left hand like that. That's kind of a cool detail. I like these little details in games. It's very unique. And since we already killed the big boy, I just need the leggings, and now I have the full guardian set. Yeah. Guardian set is just a reskin of the stone set, but the only difference is the stone set is old and aged looking, while the Guardian says what the stone set looks like in the purest state. But yeah, if I ever do a Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, I'd probably play on the highest difficulty, because I played it on Jedi Master mode. Not mode, but difficulty. Yeah. I know I only got it 3 days ago, and I've almost gotten all 40 achievements in the game. I'm missing like, I think 10. Very disappointing how fast I got the achievements though. Like some of them are gonna be a bit of a hassle because of the requirement to gaining the set achievement, but it shouldn't take too long. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything. That's not my intention. It's just sometimes games have these achievements and then you can get them pretty easily. Though, hopefully that ruins my chances now. I think the boots are like near the elevator, if I recall. So I'm not talking as much. I just have a lot on my mind. But I was gonna stream Bioshock. Bioshock said, sorry, not Nintendo, YouTube doesn't want you to stream the game. And I said, screw you. Alright. Oh no, camera. Don't do this to me. Alright. I am so glad his AI Oh, that was... My heart stopped beating just for half a minute. I thought I was gonna die. We're also gonna see Bloodborne beta character in a minute. At least that's what everything I've looked up on the guy says he is. So long. Alright. I'm almost finished cleaning out this level. The boss coming up is both the hardest boss in the game, and not because he's like a pain. He's not impossible to fight, mind you. He just has a very aggressive fight style. He has the Abyssal Greatsword, which is one of the few greats. Is this real? That's just lazy designing. That looks like they just put a... Like they put it there averagely. I won't be focusing on casting with the Artorias fight because Artorias of the Abyss is one of the more taxing opponents for a caster build. Like when I was using magic, I was using, I think it was called the White Dragon's Breath, which you get off Logan after you kill him after he goes mad. But I was doing decent damage, but the time it took for me to cast anything to the would get me killed more or less. I'm gonna wear a full helm favor set? Yeah. Now I just need to remember where the shoes are. Right? Let's see. Guardian, Guardian, Guardian. Don't have the leggings. Also, before you go into the Artorias boss fight, you should also open the shortcut. I have enough healing. I think I actually have still some humanities that I can use. Right? Alright. Since we're not going to be focusing on I guess I'll just put on Sylvan Ring.
Snatched. Yes, of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strain, but at least...
I think he's also one of the few people who sell... Oh, he sells you humanity. I forgot what I was gonna say now.
So long.
I hate this guy. Not because he's a jerk or anything. He's a very unique opponent in a battle. Alright. This is my strongest hitting weapon. Do I have a kite shield that dang it. Ooh, if I could just use, if I get enough stats to use the black iron shield, that'd be good. This has a let's see. I am going to be a bit reckless, I would say, and use the gold hem set. Cause I'm pretty positive even with good health. Alright. Notorious. One of my favorite bosses in the game. Yes, he's hard. Hits like a truck. But it's just satisfying to go. It's just very good fun. Also, his sword is pretty sweet. I think a shield is definitely not something I need. I think this is going to be one of those fights where I'm going to be dodging more. Kind of sucks, I barely do any damage. This weapon is like very hard hitting on most enemies. So if the DLC is kind of saying, "Ha ha ha, you suck," I might actually need to wear the Fable. You can break him out of this state he's going in, but it's very hard to kill me. Okay, shield sucks. Plan B. Theoretically, let's see how this works. If all else fails, I'll just see if I can. If all else fails, I will attempt to do this legit. But if need be, I'll try to use some magic. Plus, I don't think there's actually a legit cheese against the Torius. Because you can't hit him out here, since there's an invisible wall blocking all of your arrows. Ugh. I don't know, that breathing he does just... it's unnerving. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Does more damage by like 60 points. Which is good for me. I need him to do his... A part of me says I should try the old... Because, if I do this, I can get the Gold Tracer, which is a very OP dex weapon, if I recall correctly. And no, wearing the halberd set will be probably a really bad idea. I mean, the defense won't do much for me if I can't. I mean, I could try to do the blood ring, the tearstone ring approach, but I don't know. It might backfire because then I get desperate for a hit. Really, I'm upset I don't have a Black Knight sword. Shoulder. And blocking is literally suicide. So, let's see if a slight magic damaging weapon has any effect on him. Notorious! Yeah, that does jack. Come on, do a dive attack. Poise! This might actually work. Broke him out of it. Good. Red ring. Got you. Eat it. Mwah. I'll be all right, folks. Let's go back with what I had. I think I was wearing Ornstein set. Let me check which tier weapon I need. I think the Abyss Greatsword takes, I want to say, a straight sword or long sword. Yeah. We just need... Okay, I'm not gonna spend anything. We're gonna go straight and get the Abyss Greatsword. If you're wondering why I'm not gonna give the soul to Siren, it's because I still want her outfit, so giving her the soul would be a moot point. Because I say so. So now we go back here. Get my King of Long Range bow out. I'm kind of glad that Halva set, the Halva ring became harder to get in the other games. Because on my runs, I always get Halva ring. I think I need like 3, I want to say. Nighty night. Now we can fight Sif and get the alternate moveset. We're gonna need 10 Demon Titanite if we're gonna want to fully use the power, which is the Abyss Greatsword. Of all the great swords, the Abyss Greatsword is my favorite. Also, yes, I am wearing a Legend of Zelda t-shirt because I forgot to wear my hoodie. I wear my hoodie so I don't get people complaining about what my shirt has on it. Oh my gosh, he has a Nintendo shirt. He's such a loser. For your information, I like Nintendo. Legend of Zelda is a good game. It's actually one of the few games that got me into Nintendo. One of the first games I've actually played was... I want to say Super Mario Sunshine, but I didn't get that until later. But the first game I officially played that was challenging would be Legends of Ocarina of Time. And I had the collector's edition of that game. But Super Mario Sunshine was still my favorite Mario game. My favorite Luigi game would have been Luigi's Haunted Mansion 1, not the others. I don't like the others because they don't feel Luigi Haunted Mansion at all. I mean, if they were scary like Luigi's Haunted Mansion was, I'd probably give them a higher chance of proving themselves. But they haven't gotten any scare factor in them. Stupid. The Abyss Greatsword! There we go. How much? We can get this plus... Oh, no we can't. Come it soon, sweet child. In a second I'll show you why I wanted the Abyss Greatsword. Hey, I know. Let's use lightning against these lightning demons. I don't know why, but I find it ironic that I'm gonna use lightning on these dudes when they pretty much shrug it off. I mean, they still take damage from it, it's just not gonna be high damage. Also, let's check out the sword that I literally killed my favorite character in the whole Soul series. Negatives about this weapon. You need 18 int and faith to fully use it correctly. 22 strength, 18 dexterity, so overall requirements pretty chill. But this is why. The heavy tech, most great swords would be either a thrust or a side swing. Instead you have Otorius' 360 spin. Two-handed you get the overhand slam or the headache maker 9000. Or maybe you should call it the concussion bringer. Forge I can, strong I am. There we go. Come it soon. Now, if I wanted to, Hi. Sadly, that spin attack that you see Otorius does, I think it only deals one hit. But it's really unique because it does scale with your humanity. Have 10 humanity and you get the most amount of damage possible with it. Don't know what happened there, but I'm taking it. Noted. But yeah, get 10 fit in humanity and then you have a really strong weapon. It's like a chaos weapon, I think a Wikia page said. Which, right, time to kill us an assassin. Now before you say that I'm a heartless monster for killing a mourning wife. Wait. I might have messed up. Please tell me I just need to relog in. Please, 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 please. Oh, shite. Well, I guess I'm not getting the weapon I want. Did someone just see my souls? That was weird. I'm gonna try this one more time. I might have had to keep the soul until I met her. Which kind of makes sense. I've usually just killed Siren off the bat, but yeah. Flick. Dadgum. Oh well. I can always get a new game plus. I hate these guys. I hate these guys because I can't read them. I hate enemies that are really hard to read. Alright, I'm gonna see if I just go through here and she just spawns then. If not, I'm really upset. If you're wondering why I'm not using the Artorias sword even though I was praising it, it's because I don't... Because I want to make sure I have a good damaging weapon, and most boss weapons need to at least be plus 5 maxed out. Here. Ooh, Titan Knight. Dang it! If I'd known that, I would have done that. Wait. There we go. We're gonna need this to get the pendant. If I recall, the pendant is a how you fight the boss. Oh, dang it! I keep forgetting holding circle while stationary backstabs you. Yeah, I done goofed. Again, I backstab without meaning to. But since this is not more of a jack of all trades build, getting this weapon won't ruin me. I might even just finish the game cosplaying as the Toys. It's that delay attack he has that bothers me. Totally not. That was totally not worth all that tenacious action. Alright. That was pure luck. This should give us the pendant. Which the pendant is very good in this area with any hex enemy. The moment of casting it, it creates a field that kind of works like the twisted wall. Is it called twisted wall? Twisted light. Oh, twisted barricade. In the second game, I think it's what it's called. But more or less, and dark. It is a pain to deal with. This should be darker orb. I think the requirements are like really weird with hexes. Yeah, it's like very minimum requirements. Dead end. If you're wondering why I'm doing this before I fight any more of the lords, is because if I go any further with that, I'll forget about this area, and then we have a situation. You can actually get a secondary symbol of avarice if your item type is pretty good. That lady over there is gonna really annoy me. And plus, shields don't really work with hexes in this game. Well, as I said, very good against the hex casters in this level. Nice. But if I open the shortcut in Siren, doesn't spawn, then I know that I was supposed to have the soul in my inventory still. Which is good to know, mind you. It's always good to know these things. You make a mistake, and then you learn from it. Also, there's some secrets that only your headpiece is gonna... I hate this. Fuck. That's gonna be a pain. So, checking a bad. Wait. My controller's about to die. There we go. Sorry about that. Sorry. Once you get a hang of the pairing of these guys, this area kind of gets easier. Also, don't heavily rely on the pendant, because then you won't be able to do much of attack. I don't like relying on the pendant for this area, because if I rely on a hunk of junk item that also can fail me, it's a useless endeavor. Also, because the controls are so choppy in this game, that's the other reason you might fail. So, in the later games, if there was enemies like this, the choppy controller could kill you. I'm only low on health. Oh, so it's really hard to time the magic barrier. Twisted barricade. You can also technically roll through the hex, but as I said, it's kind of a hard thing to read. The dodging aspect, at least. So I would ill advise it. Come on, drop down. There we go. I remember a time when I thought this game had the most fluid controls. There should be dark fog, which is if I recall, it's something that creates a toxic effect, but it's kind of a hit or miss. We're gonna get the, I want to call it the crest key, but I don't know if that's the correct name. It lets us get to Gao, the gentle giant. Also reluctant soldier, whatever you want to call the big boy. Well, he's very reluctant as a fighter, so calling him a reluctant soldier is really good. Yeah, shite. Coolio. Alright, so this next part is a hit and miss. I need to get in here. And every time I try to do it, I tend to over-calculate it, overcompensate, and... Oh, I see you. Hello there. This should give us the crest key. Yes, I was right. Although it's not the same crest key, it's the crest of a Taurus or whatever. Before we do that, we need to go down the hill. And that's how you would technically cut the chain to drop the body to get the dark fog. I don't use any of the hexes except for dark hair in this game, because dark hair hexes have a different rules in this game, unlike in the second and third game. In the second game, they only deal dark damage. Second, third game, they deal dark. In this game, they deal pure physical. So for a mage player being capable of using a spell that casts a physical damage on the opponent, it's really good. We're gonna go to the bonfire rest, and then I'm gonna take a suicide round, because just the fact that there's a child screaming unnerves me. Soon? Please. No. I'm very disheartened that I didn't know about you needed the soul of a Taurus to get CERN to notice you. I'm a little upset on that. That's a really stupid rule. Because it's so subtle that you wouldn't know. That's instant death. Now we're gonna go and meet the best giant ever. Gao. Go. I don't know how to say name. Hello, big boy. How you doing?
Visitor, have we? must be the one who freed Artorias, that old friend he was. Thanks to thee, he left this world with honor intact. And here I am, retired and blind. Of little help to thee, I'm afraid.
Although he does give you really good arrows, great arrows, at least. I'm gonna buy those.
If thou seeketh to explore this domain, be wary of a black dragon. I fear thee no match for this terrible beast. Me? There's very little to be said. What good is a dog? No hares to hunt. But I'm lucky to be alive, I suppose. Me? But I'm lucky.
Okay, we need to get attacked by Calamite to activate him to disarm Calamite. Which I like Calamite because his name is actually a play on word for calamity. In my opinion, that's what it is. Because calamity. If you're a human here, you would get invaded by the grinning. This is a suicide run, so what am I doing? I need my emo ring. But if we talk to Chester now after killing, what's his face? Artorias. Forgive me, senpai. I did not mean to forget the name. Originally, I think someone, a YouTuber I know, not personally, just I watch his stuff. He said originally, I think you were supposed to fight Chester with 2 dogs around here when he goes Hollow Road. Which, in my opinion, that would be awesome, just fighting the grinning Chester like that. But his fighting, he uses a sniper crossbow, which I think I only picked that one up. I'm literally using the worst weapon against these dogs. Slow, heavy weapons are not meant for doggies. In my opinion, these people kind of deserve this calamity that befell them, because I think they made a pact with the Abyss, if I recall a lore video I watched. I don't want to say it's a pact with the Abyss if that's wrong, but if I think ain't you a sight for sore eyes? Calamity is actually one of the best dragon fights you ever fight. I mean, I never even fought the ancient dragon in the second game, but still. There is a vibe you get when you fight Calamity. You're literally fighting a great dragon of darkness. It actually gives you an understanding of why Gal would say hunting a dragon is one of the greatest thrills you might get. Alright. You could technically, I think, fight Calamite in this way, but it's nearly impossible from what I heard. Also, the black fire of Calamy is a pain to get out of. If I recall correctly, the black fire of Calamy is both a physical and a fire. If not physical, then pure fire still. Actually, I wanted to... It's one of my favorite bosses in the game. Oh wow, this is way lighter. Abyssal Greatsword? Mind if I do? This is the most recurring, special, unique weapon in the game. You see this in Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. In 2, it's called the Majestic Greatsword, and you have to use it on the left hand. But if you're doing a power stance with that weapon, it's epic.
Black dragon posing meteorite? Yes, I thought as much. It's called Calamite. A ferocious dragon indeed. Even mighty Anna Londa dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but my intent is to persevere to the bitter end. Good. What is bravery without a dash of recklessness? I've taken a liking to thee, and I owe thee much for thy service to Artorias. Now, watch and see how Goth hunts dragons.
This is the best scene. I'm gonna mute myself.
Yes. A truer shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Dragon slaying. Knighthood's highest calling.
I love that. Oh, now you know why they call him Hawkeye Gao. Though it's kind of sad that he's officially blind, but still. Respect for the giant. I'm not gonna fight the boss, Calamite yet. I mean, I'm mid-rolling, so I could probably do it. I'm still upset that I don't have Siren Waifu. Also, it doesn't matter how high your favorite int is, the best greatsword won't have an effect to that. I'm gonna put some points in stamina, cause it's always good to have some points in stamina. I'm gonna switch to the Blood Bite. If you're wondering why I call this shield the Blood Bite, is because it... I actually forgot they can get up. negative thing about this greatsword is it's a mana chunk guzzler. Also, if I get a VR headset, PlayStation VR, I am so gonna stream FNAF. I know FNAF is more or less theoretically officially dead, publicity-wise. I just really like FNAF. I only beat the first game, which would technically, if we are following natural order of things, the hardest FNAF game. Also, you do not want to charge in blindly against this area. There's two spellcasters right there, and if you go past them, beyond that point is a armored hollow, which is a hollow that's encased. Oops. I keep thinking this is a great sword. I mean, you know, a claymore. Claymores have a thrust attack. This level could be labeled a horror game zone. I also advise you to kill the casters from afar outside the aggro range, cause they're a pain to kill. I don't know if I'm outside his aggro range, but he's not attacking yet, so I guess that's a yes. I think my headset might be going out on me. Test. Alright. Now we just have a bunch of little guys. I mean, the little guys are the easier enemies. Because they group up so easily. It's just you have to take out the mage from afar if you don't want to die. Okay. Where's my... I'm a magic boy! This guy hits like a truck, if I recall. I think my audio is going wonky. Alright, I'm back. You get chainmail set off him, so I guess it's good. If you're a pansy and you don't want to fight the enemy that comes up the elevator, just exit out the game. Alright? It just spawns him. Although I don't know where he goes. It's kind of weird. Also, I advise you to rail. I don't know if the light pad actually will work here. Let's see. Yeah, it barely. I guess it does light up a bit, but the chasm of the abyss. Follow. Just to warn you, this level is kind of hard to notice. If we kept going, if we kept on the upper area, we would have gotten us a oh, it's Avo. I think her name is Aveline. This is so we can save Sif. Also, if you kill these, I guess they are technically the, guess they technically could be called humanity. But the essence of humans, I guess, would be a better term. But if you kill them, you can get humanity off them, so... Also, if you don't have the symbol of avarice and you want to do the kind of the cheesy way of killing the symbol of avarice, I mean killing the demon, there we go. Alright, so this part can be a bit stressful, but it's not the worst thing. I'm gonna overkill the little one. Anakin killed a youngling! What have I done? But this gives us a summonable ally, Sif. Now if we go up to him, howl boyo, howl! This is based on some lore of Knight Artorias sacrificing his arm to save his dog, Wolf. I know, my bad. To save Sif, he had to create a barrier for Sif so Sif wouldn't be consumed by the abyss. So Artorias had a charm on his shield that would deflect the abyss's presence. And the reason if you actually watch when the creatures are trying, this should give us the black flame, which I love the black flames concept, mind you. It's a really cool attack. Wait, that's not the black flame. I am lost. This is the biggest problem about this location is, more or less, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be wandering. You're gonna be cursing every heavenly body possible, and you're gonna be wondering what gave you the idea of going into the internal abyss of one's soul. Also be very careful. Just because these guys have no poise. Let's see. Also, they do make us another appearance in Dark Souls. I want to say 3. Yeah, 3, because you create a fake version of them. Because there's a riddle, and in the riddle it says, gaze into the true essence of humanity, or something like that. And to open up the way, you have to take the form of humanity. But if you need like a lot of humanity, this place would definitely give you a lot of humanity. Just make sure you have a good item discovery level. Let's see how many arrows I have. Yeah. Okay. As I said, I will try to fight what's his face legit first. If it ain't work out, then I will fight him like a coward. But yeah, if you need humanity, this place is totally gonna. Even the little ones give you a lot of humanity. But be very careful once they start doing their charge. Because they technically are intangible entities, so... But it's totally worth killing them if you know a good strategy against it. And if you're wondering why I'm not going for the Dark Beat, it's because it's surrounded by sorcerers. Ulusilian sorcerers. Fighting 1 or 2 is easy, but when you have to fight about 4 just to get Dark Hail. I mean, yeah, Dark Hail is really good spell. Because it sends pretty much like 5 Dark Orbs at once. Which, damage output wise, it's good. If you also do a few things, you can make it very... It's very overpowered, mind you. Do light sleep. Good on ya, mate. But I'm gonna flip a coin probably for the cheesing concept. I mean, I don't care if I cheese a boss. If I feel like cheesing a boss is the easy way to go, then I'll do it. I don't have guilt over being a cheater. I mean, there's no honor among thieves. But screw it, I'll just cheat as him. I know I was just going on about being honorable and stuff, but in the end of the day, I'm a cheater. I'm just doing... The hardest part about this is finding the impact point. Need to go a little lower. There we go. Anyway, this is the cheese approach. Although they tend to say they have at least a plus 10 bow. How much health does he have? What was his name? Manus. His max health is 6,665. It's doable. There we go. I totally legitly beat that boss. I would say the girl has no one to blame but herself for her situation, but even I don't think she deserved gazing into the internal abyss of one's soul. Anyway, that was cheesing the boss. Even though I kind of lied and said I was gonna legit. I'm sorry. I said I was gonna be legit about it, but I just thought about it and I just shuddered. I was like, I don't wanna. No, 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 no. Alright. I know I'm gonna have my hopes up, but guess we could check one. Yeah. Where's my curved great sword? Also, if we talk to Dusk again, she does ask if we're the ones that saved her instead of Artorias, and we can be honest and say, yeah, we did all the work, lady. Or you could deny everything and say, I deny everything. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you are mentally traumatized through the harrowing horrors you saw. I hope you get well. Have a good day. Alright, so now we're gonna fight Big Draggy. Cool thing about the dragon boss fight is, if you try to fight him with his... Oh, I never noticed the goldish tint the dogs have. The boss isn't gonna be that bad. Because I vaguely recall all of his movesets. Also, I don't think it really matters if I have lightning or fire resistance. If I'm gonna dress like a if I'm gonna fight a dragon, I need to dress the part of a slayer. Lore-wise, Silver Knights I think were also dragon slayers, but yeah, I do not like the little cape they have. Introducing the best boss music in Dark Souls. My iframes suck. Give me a few minutes. I haven't fought this dude in a while. Oh, thank you. Yes, I want to be calamitized. I am going to Township, and we're going to do a take two. If I had to have a shield, there would be so much. Okay, let's rest at the bonfire so I don't have to go all the way back. Theoretically, I think the Guardian set would be pretty neato to wear out. But it weighs so much. Also, if we kill Calamite, and we talk to Gao, we can get his good boy sticker. But if you do talk to Gale after killing Calamite, he gives you his great bow, which is really cool looking. Aesthetically, it's really nice. I mean, That's pretty much the only reason you should get his great bow. I really wish it did bonus damage against drakes because of the lore. But drakes aren't technically dragons. They're more of a subspecies. I think that's what the game says, at least. That they're a subspecies of the great dragons of old. Alright. Dragon slaying, take 2. Can I actually carry this? Yes! I need a high stability shield is what I'm doing. Before you go at how I'm dying consistently against this boss, Calamite is really, really aggressive. And very hard to kill. But because he's technically a dragon, I can get a swat out of his booty. But I need him to do a flying attack. Oh. Getting his tail is very hard. Although the music does pay. There we go. You can roll through the file, it's just very hard to do it. You want him to do this attack, but you want him to also do a tail swipe. Slam, not swipe. Oh, ironically, I have really good armor on. And I'm pretty much being told by Calamite to bend over. Also, the lock-on is kind of janky in this fight, I've noticed. You want him to do a slam? I might actually have to do this on another stream. I'm out of active saves. Oh, I'm out of practice against this dude. Once upon a time, I could literally do this boss in my sleep. Once upon a time. Yes, his tail luckily only has 540 points of health. Blah, blah, blah. Alright. Says we need high magic and... Damn it. More or less, nothing I do will have too much of an effect. But we need a heavy hitting weapon. I'm gonna try Calamit's fight one more time, I guess. And then I'll just call it quits. I think I actually have a video of me fighting Calamit at one time. Crystals usually have a better magic resist. Also, if you're wondering why I don't just rush to the boss room, it's because I don't like getting involved with the dogs. So this way, I kill the dogs, and then if I do kill Calamit, I don't have to... Let's see. Nothing. This is right now my hardest hitting weapon, only because it's a boss weapon technically. I would survive longer if I had more Estus, I think. I just read what kind of stats his fire does. It does dark sorcery, so it's fire, it's magic and physical at the same time. I need to I don't like that double hit. His tail only has 540 points of health, so I'm just gonna go in a suicide run probably and just focus on trying to get this tail gone. That way I have all the dragon weapons. But they say strafing left is actually a really good strategy. Also, if you go inside his guard, he does a hissy fit. I want him to do a close range fire attack. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna mute the mic while I focus on this boss because I don't think I can talk and play. Alright? Thank you for joining my stream. I hope you have a good night. Peace out.